What is going on, Gamehouse? I am Germ here. Today we are back with another off-meta build, another off-meta pick that we are going to be breaking down. And today is one that I am very excited for because I think this might be one of the most broken, one of the most overpowered, one of the most easy to use and abuse builds and picks in the game. Today we are going to be talking about full tank or just mostly tank Diana in the jungle. The player that we are going to be breaking down today is one that I'm also very excited to talk about. This is ZYB. This is actually Team Vitality's new jungler that they just signed in this last offseason. This guy is a Chinese jungler prospect coming over from China. This guy is straight up one of the best solo queue players in the world. He's gotten rank 1 in the Korean solo queue server before, and he's just ripping through the European solo queue right now. I believe he's ranked 13. You can see he has like an 80% win rate on Graves or something like that. Just crazy. He's dropping 10, 15, 20 kill games in US Challenger all the time, so you definitely want to pay attention to what he's doing. And one of the main picks that he's abusing in solo queue right now is this tank Diana jungle. Obviously, this has always kind of been a thing. We've seen tanky Diana builds before. We've seen, wanting to get some ability haste, wanting to get some health, wanting to be really sticky and annoying. Obviously, Diana can get a lot of cooldowns. Her ult does really good damage even without a lot of AP. You can get a Zanya's and then use your whole combo. Zanya's, get another combo. Diana's really sticky, really annoying, low cooldowns, hyper mobile in fights and stuff. So this is nothing crazy. This is nothing new, but this especially started popping up around the durability patch, which recently came out. Obviously, it made everybody a little bit tankier. It made assassins a little bit weaker, a little bit harder to pull off in some ways, and it made all champions, all tanks, all that even better. So obviously, that knocked assassin or AP Diana maybe down a peg, and it bumped tank Diana up a peg. So that is definitely something to watch out for. And yeah, champions are harder to assassinate, so she's less likely to go AP, but then champions are also a little bit tankier, so she's more inclined to go that tank build, and that's how we end up where we are today. Obviously, when you get into any game, you got to make sure you have the right rune page. You got to make sure you're starting off the game on the right foot. So let's look at the runes that Bo is taking, or ZYB. He's actually going Conqueror. This makes a ton of sense. This is very standard. Of course, I did not mean to click off him. We'll get back on him. He is going with the Conqueror setup. This is Conqueror with Triumph, Legend Alacrity, and Last Stand. And then we have Inspiration Secondary with Free Boots and Cosmic Insight. Obviously, his rune stats, he's going with Attack Speed, Adaptive Force, and Armor. Just starting out with a really standard kind of full clear, just trying to get through his camps, trying to cycle through. Obviously, he's getting a little bit low here at the end of the Gromp, which is kind of interesting, kind of funny. But overall, Diana has a fine clear. It's not super crazy in the early game, but you should be healthy. You have your W as a shield. You have a ton of auto attacks. You're going to deal a lot of damage. You clear the AoE camps well. You're pretty much going to be farming up for 6. You're going to want to get some items and stuff because obviously you're going tank Diana. At the beginning of the game, you're not going to be very tanky. You're just going to have like a pot and a red smite or something. So that's not where this is going to be. You need to get some gold. You need to hit 6. You need to actually have some items to start getting some of those stats. Next, we can actually take a look at his skill order, which I also think is worth noting. Obviously, you want to make sure you're putting points in the right abilities. Maybe you've never played Diana before. Maybe you don't know exactly what's good and what's bad. He starts out with a point in Q, and then goes E at level 2, W at level 3, and then he is going to be maxing Q, maxing W, and maxing E. So that's kind of what you're doing there. Obviously, the W is going to be really good for the shield when you're tanky. Just more shielding, more health. That's going to be annoying. Your W also does the AoE damage as well, which since you're going to be alive in fights for longer, you're going to be on people longer. That W is going to be able to hit people more often, and that's going to be really annoying. It's just going to give you some extra damage. Overall, that's going to be really good. But of course, the most important part here, what we're talking about in this video is the build and why the build works, or why the heck we're even going this. Why does tank Diana exist in the first place? What is the point of it? How does it work? So let's talk about that. Here is the build. He's going with a red smite, yellow trinket, refillable. We saw in the early game, he goes and puts down the yellow trinket. He recalls, he grabs a sweeper. Again, you're going red smite here. Red smite just really broken, really overpowered. I think it's getting nerfed in 12.14, but for now in patch 12.13, you're going to be going red smite on most champions most of the time. It's really strong. It's exhaust, it's ignite, it does some damage. It does a little bit of everything. It's busted. And then, of course, he's going with a Bomby Cinder into a first item, Sunfire Aegis. Now, again, why Sunfire Aegis? Why does this make sense? Why is this good at all? Why is it good on Diana? And when you take a look at Sunfire Aegis, this item, 20 ability haste, 450 health, 35 armor, 35 magic resist. The stats are good. Obviously, like I said, health is going to be really, really nice. It's going to, and the resistances are going to allow you to survive longer. You're going to get a second rotation of your spells on. You're going to be super sticky. You're going to be super annoying. That ability haste is going to help you get more spells as well. But this is very, very strong because of the passives of Sunfire Aegis, which are this. You have the Immolate passive. Taking or dealing damage activates this passive for 3 seconds. All you got to do is take damage or deal damage. If you're tankier, you have more health, armor, magic resist, all that, you're going to be able to tank more damage. And obviously, Diana has no problem dealing damage. She has a lot of spells that she can spam. She can auto-attack a lot. You're going to want to auto-attack a lot. And you're going to be auto-attacking a lot. So you're going to be able to use this passive a lot. So when you take or deal damage, you activate this passive for 3 seconds. You're going to be dealing 12 to 30 based on level magic damage plus 1% of bonus health. So again, building health is going to behoove you there. Every second to enemies within an area around you plus 100% of your bonus size. Increased by 25% against minions and 150% against monsters. Damaging enemy champions or epic monsters with this effect grants a stack for 5 seconds, increasing subsequent Immolate damage by 10%, stacking up to 6 times for a 60% increase. So if you are dealing damage to champions, you are going to be stacking up this Immolate passive. And Diana is definitely going to be able to stack this easily. You got to think, you're going to Q in, you're going to E onto somebody, you're going to auto them, you might E onto somebody again, you might ult multiple people. It's going to be very, very easy for you to get 6 Immolate stacks. And then the other unique passive, Flame Touch, at maximum stacks. Once you get to that 6 stacks, already you're going to be increasing that Immolate damage up to 60%, which is going to be nuts. But then at that max stacks, your basic attacks create an explosion around you, applying a burn to all nearby enemies that deal your current Immolate damage to them over 3 seconds. So you are going to stack, by being a spell spamming auto attacker, you're going to stack the Immolate passive very, very easily. You can see here, Bo's getting into a fight with Bel'Veth. It's not going great, but he does get the kill. So there we go. You're going to be able to stack that Immolate passive very, very easily. And then on all of your auto attacks, which, like I said, you're going to be auto attacking a lot. You're going to get some crazy attack speed. You're going to have your AoE attacks, all that stuff. You're going to be auto attacking a ton. You're going to be doing so much damage, and you're going to be tanky, and you're going to be so hard to kill. This build gives you a little bit of everything. You have the carry potential, the high damage potential, and you're going to be hard to punish, and you're going to be hard to kill. And then if we look at the mythic passive as well, you're going to get 5% tenacity, 50 bonus health, and 5% slow resistance, you know, on all of your legendary items, which is going to be even better, because obviously as a melee champion, you're going to be susceptible to getting CC'd, slowed, poked down, all that stuff. And you know, you're just going to have extra tenacity and extra slow resistance, which is going to be great. I mean, this build literally gives you everything you could want, and it's so good just from the Sunfire Aegis. And if you take a look at the win rates, Sunfire Aegis is the best first item on Diana. It has the highest win rate, it's the strongest, it's the best. This build, not only does it outclass all other builds on Diana, it outclasses most other builds and picks in the game right now. This really, I do think, is overpowered. I would not be surprised at all to see it nerfed. I think this is the best Diana build. I think this is one of the best jungle builds and one of the best straight up builds in solo queue. So I think you should definitely go take advantage of this for some free elo. You can see also in his build, he goes a Dark Seal. Dark Seal is going to be super good. You're going to be hard to kill, so you're going to be more likely to stack up Dark Seals. He goes for Sorks and then sells them and gets Ninja Tabby. I think Ninja Tabby straight up is pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Sorks actually has a higher win rate, so I think Sorks and Merch are probably going to be better than Ninja Tabby, but it does depend on the game. I think all 3 boots options are playable. Then he goes for a Stopwatch into a Gnasher's Tooth. It's kind of interesting. Second item, there are a lot of people going Gnasher's Tooth, but you can also go Demonic Embrace as well. Obviously, Demonic Embrace is a really common kind of tank, bruiser, fighter, whatever option. I think that's fine. Demonic Embrace actually has higher win rates than Gnasher's Tooth, but I see the value in Gnasher's Tooth as well. Obviously, attack speed, ability power, really good on Diana, but Demonic Embrace is good too. And then Zanya's, I think, is very standard. Like I said, you're going to get into these fights, you're going to be auto-attacking a ton, Q, E, ult, all that. Your Zanya is still going to let your ult go off, but it's also going to let you get another round of your spells. It's going to let you get another round of that QE to either get onto the next target, just deal more damage to the targets that you're already hitting. Zhonya's is just very, very good, especially if you decide to go with Dark Seal or Magi's or something like that. It's going to keep you alive. It's going to save your stacks, all that stuff. But yeah, for the most part, Sunfire Aegis is the absolute key to this build. Sunfire Aegis, Sorks, Demonic Embrace, Zhonya's, Nashor's Tooth, whatever you want to do, it's all really, really good. As long as you have the Sunfire Aegis, you're going to be so annoying. People are expecting Diana to do a ton of damage, but they're also expecting her to be somewhat easy to CC and kill and blow up. Not with this build. You're going to be annoying. They're going to CC you. They're going to try and blow you up. You're going to survive. You're going to end up killing their whole team. You're going to end up taking their LP. So yeah, you guys should definitely go check this one out. Like I said, run it up, win some LP. That's what I want for you guys. But that's pretty much it for this video today. Definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Tank Diana. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I'm sure this build works just fine in like mid lane, top lane as well. Obviously, Diana's mostly a jungler, but she can work as a solo laner. Hopefully, we catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.